Hi, I'm Randy Hollenbeck, and this is the Music Roundtable. Today on the show, we have rock band Stereo Scandal.
Hello.
Hey, Randy. How's it going?
Hello.
Hey, Randy.
Hi.
White out, white peach, 5 hours to the beach. I got my sister passenger, she's just as crazy as me. Candle lit, camel crush, red nails you can't touch. Fresh paint keeps us hot as this South Carolina. Staying at the Motel Lu Fran, we will make the most.
Could everyone introduce yourself and what instrument you play?
Sure. I'm Cassie. I'm the lead singer and I play the tambourine also.
I'm Chad, and the bass player. I do some backup vocals too.
I'm Dan. I'm the drummer, and that's it.
I'm Tammy, and I play guitar and also sing backup sometimes.
And I'm Dave. I play another guitar. I do not sing backup vocals.
Okay. Um, I wondered if you could each give me like a couple of your musical influences for your instrument, if like who you look up to as like a guitar player or bass player or singer. Okay. And who wants to start?
I'll start. So for me, I got into bass because of Cliff Burton from Metallica and old sort of 70s Aerosmith records. I liked Tom Hamilton's bass playing a lot. And now it's probably my favorite bass player is Kim Coletta from Jawbox, and I like Paul Malinowski from Shiner and a couple bands like that. Dave, how about you?
Well, my first influence got me in guitar would be classic Jimmy Page or Dave Gilmour from the 70s. But my rebirth, I'd say, would be in the 90s with Adam Franklin from Swerve Driver and Ty Tabor from King's X.
Yeah, I'm going to stay with the whole British vibe as well because obviously Pink Floyd, Dire Straits, Phil Collins, Queen. I mean, all of those were big parts of me learning. I started playing the drums when I was 11, so that would have been in like '87. So it was like right in the heart of the '80s, and there was just some amazing drummers there.
Nice. I would say that I'm a bit inspired by a lot of alternative music, and kind of like vocal powerhouses. Like I love Muse and Soundgarden, and I know there's a like male vocal ranges, but I feel like I sing more like that style sometimes. So I like writing that way.
Oh, I guess it's me left, huh? If I'm gonna be honest, why I got into playing guitar, it would be a lot of bad um, hair metal videos and MTV at the time. Maybe throw in some DVE and then I guess I would say my favorite guitar player is Brian Baker. I have tried to steal stuff from him, but I don't actually play like him. And I'm gonna go with some Liz Fair and Slater Kinney.
Okay. Can you tell me how Stereo Scandal formed? How y'all came together?
That starts with Dave and me. Really, Dave. Dave put a an ad up on Craigslist for people who are into Swerve Driver and Jawbox and bands like that. And I love that music. That's kind of my favorite sort of stuff to play. So we got together and tried to start a band that was closer to that. We put an ad up for a singer and got Cassie. And because she's got such a big voice, and because the singers from those bands normally aren't the focus, it kind of changed our focus, and we started doing something a little more 90s or maybe 80s, new wavy type of stuff, like the Cure and Joy Division and stuff like that. And then we were looking for a drummer. Dan is my brother-in-law, and I knew he played drums, so we asked him to come by, and he added sort of the dancier elements and that sort of thing. And then we'd been looking for a second guitar player and tried a few people for a long time before we started playing out. Tammy had just left her band, and Dave reached out to her, and that's pretty much, on Facebook, and that's pretty much how we got together. We've been doing it since.
How did you come up with the name Stereo Scandal?
So it took us about 6 months. We really didn't have anything, it was sort of a while. It took us a while to come up with that. And then Chad came up with the idea with all of us to bring two inspired words from either an album or a band or some relevant song. And I think through hours and hours of recommendations and, somewhere in the mix, there was Stereo and there was somewhere Scandal. And it was actually, I think we got it down to like 5 names. And then that was the one that we finally settled on. And, it's been great so far, but the process was, not quick, and it wasn't anything that was outrageously cool, but we got there in the end.
What city is your band based out of?
Pittsburgh. We also play in Greensburg sometimes too. I'm more located out that way, so we have some support out that way, but kind of like the general area.
Okay. I wanted to talk about a couple of your songs off your album, 2 Feet on the Ground. And you have Motel Lu Fran. I wondered if you could tell me a little bit about that song, and is that a real motel?
That is a real motel, or it was. It has closed recently, I've heard, but this was a motel that me and my mom and my sister stayed at um, in New Jersey a couple years ago, and all the reviews online were like raving and stuff. And then when we got there, it was a hot mess. And so yeah, that's kind of what the song's about. And there are some lyrics in there about like being in a dry town. Like we tried to walk to restaurants and bars to find places to drink, and like there was nowhere to drink, and it was just everything went wrong. But we made the best of it. So
Did you guys want to tell me about like how you built the song, with the guitar riff and stuff like that? And
I I said I'll jump in on that one because I think I brought the main guitar riff, and it was just a little tag that I was playing around with, and I think I should have to say it's kind of I like the way it plays because it's a riff that really doesn't appear in the rest of the song. It's more of an intro, and I'm a big fan of I'm a big fan of Foreigner, and I always thought Head Games was a neat song because there's a catch in the beginning, but the rest of the song, chorus and verse rides the same riff. Where like this doesn't do quite the same thing, but I like how it has a tag that's really not related to the rest of it. And then the rest of it was, I mean, very collaborative. I know all of our songs are very collaborative. So I want to say Chad probably did a lot of the rest of it.
I did so I wrote the underlying bass part that kind of goes through the whole song, and sort of anchors the song. Tammy did single note picking stuff that's in the verses, and then I think we all collectively pretty much wrote the chorus. And I think we had a discussion too. There's a bridge in there that's sort of more of a surf style thing, which doesn't. I mean, it's kind of a weird juxtaposition in that song. But there was a discussion about how to incorporate that because we try to write bridges that are different than everything else in the song to kind of accentuate what the rest of the song is doing. So I mean, for the most part, it's pretty collaborative, and then we all of us work together to arrange stuff. So that feel of the song was very much Dan's drum beats. The sort of slinkier guitar parts came from Tammy, and then the whole idea of an arrangement was really a lot of Cassie. So it's a pretty big collaboration. Most of our songs work like that.
Happy hour, dry town, heart keep beating down. Mom and dad try babysitting, drank too much again. Rock show, local bar, hadn't gotten very far. IPAs and buckets of mojitos, I'm a star. Staying at the Motel Lu Fran, we will make the most of it. Go to the Lu Fran, and staying at the hole again. Change our plans at the last minute.
The next song is "You Can't Control Me." I wondered if you could tell me a little bit about that and about the stops and the starts in the song throughout. Was that like something planned out or what?
So let me tell you this. We called Chad the director because we could have a great song, a great riff, a great hook, verse, chorus, whatever you want to do. And Chad's complicated brain will be like, hold on a minute. We can change time signature. We can put 17 stops in here and we can make it 18 times more complicated. And I feel like he sees the vision, 17 years before we do. So a lot of the times, we'll create that song, but the breaks in that song probably took me and Chad 3 weeks to get it like to the point where it was tight and it made sense and everybody kind of knew what they were doing. And again, he's always right, which is super frustrating. But at the time, he, as much as I give him shit for it, he is very good at seeing the sort of the end result. And he's very good at breaking down parts and the drumming and the bass on that. We also have a challenge because a lot of the times Chad will say it's going to work and I tell him as a drummer it won't. And then we go back and forth 10 times. And then, most of the time it doesn't work, but he is very good about breaking it down and seeing it. So that definitely I'd probably say that song took us the longest in terms of to get all those different parts right. But I think the end result is pretty tight. And we get a lot of compliments when we're out about that particular song and how the complexities of it stopping and starting work so well.
I wanted to add to the meaning of that song. I wrote the lyrics to that one when Roe versus Wade was overturned, and I was pretty pissed off. I wanted to write some good punk lyrics, so yeah, we wrote that. It's basically like a women's rights song, and it's a lot of fun with all the stops and starts in it too. We have a lot of fun playing it.
You can't control me, 'cause I'm a woman, I got eyes on the back of my head. You can't control me. I wear my heart on my sleeve like a blood on my hands. You can't control me. I said it once, I will say it again. You can't control me. You can't control me.
What do you have planned for this year?
We're writing new songs. So I think we're planning on recording something, whether it's an EP or a full length or something, probably this year. Um, we have a few. I think we have at least. Well, we have a show in February. I think that's it for now. And we're hoping to be in some of the music festivals, and we play pretty consistently through the year.
It's normally once a month for the most part. I mean, sometimes it doubles up, but I think for the most part, we like to be consistent. And Tammy's not giving herself enough credit for the amount of shows that she gets us. She's our chief director of bookings and is always able to, get us really good shows and get us really good exposure. So we have to give credit to her.
Yeah, we've been trying a new thing too. We did a show a couple months back. We called Pop Rocks. So we were taking a lot of disparate types of musicians, and we had some pop acts and some dance type stuff like electronica, and then some rock bands. We might try to do another one of those. That went over really well because you get a really, really diverse audience, which is fun. Maybe some more theme shows like that. I know we did the Half Covered Halloween not too long ago, where we did some Weezer covers and some other bands did Weezer covers. I know they're doing that again with a couple other bands. So we try to look out for those types of, sort of event shows as well.
How can we get a hold of you? Facebook, Instagram?
Yes. those are the best, actually. We have our emails on Facebook, and I think you can see our email on Instagram. I'm pretty sure, but most people get a hold of us pretty much through Instagram at this point.
We have a TikTok also. It has a very small crowd, but if you want to see some live videos of our shows, we have some posted on there at Stereo Scandal.
That's all the questions I have. Thanks for coming on the show today. Is there anything else you'd like to add?
Thanks for having us. This is great.
Yeah, we appreciate you.
Thank you.
You can't control me, 'cause I'm the one